Hello, my dears. Have you ever found a piece of classic literature a little unrelatable? Like the story's not bad, but you don't see how that even applies in this day and age. You just don't see it being modern at all. Well, I have a book you may be interested in. So let's get started. Hey there, it is Caitlin Miller, your teen librarian from Hewitt Public Library, and I have a book I would love to share with you today, especially for you fans of classic novels or people who don't really like classic novels but maybe need a way in. This book is called Pride by Zoboi. This is a retake on Pride and Prejudice, except it's set in Brooklyn and the characters are people of color. It's very similar to Pride and Prejudice, so the storylines match up. The characters are very similar. There's obviously some differences to bring it back and bring it to 21st century Brooklyn, but again, very similar to Pride and Prejudice. Instead of Elizabeth Bennet, who is the girl you would know from Jane Austen, Zuri Benitez is our main heroine. She has this fro, she's got this attitude, but she has plans, and she is watching her beloved neighborhood of Bushwick in Brooklyn become slowly gentrified, and she don't like it. She does not like these changes happening, and she has this plan in these dreams to go to college, get this education, and come back and get her beloved Bushwick, to thrive, but with the people in it without them being whited out. So she is the opposite of thrilled when the building across the street from her becomes redeveloped into what she calls a mini mansion, and these rich black people move in, the Darcy family, and one of them is Darius Darcy, and there's our Mr. Darcy character. She is not very fond of him, because they came from Manhattan. She's like, you may be black, but you have no idea what it's like here in this neighborhood. And let's be honest, Darius doesn't give the best first impression. He kind of seems a little stuck up in her eyes, and so she finds it in her best interest to bring him down on her level, and B, she wants to protect her family from his family, because her older sister Janae is super interested in his brother Ainsley, and she doesn't think it's a good idea. Zuri is worried about the effect that this Darcy family is going to have on her family and her neighborhood, and it takes a while for her to even be willing to talk to the Darcy boys, especially Darius, and eventually the ice starts to melt around them towards each other, and maybe they'll be able to tolerate each other. But yes, if you've read Pride and Prejudice, you will find this very similar. If you haven't, here's a really good fresh take on a beloved classic novel, and the romance is very good, and the story is very compelling, not just the romance, but a whole concept of gentrification and poetry. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to read or talk about. I love you guys. Y'all are worthy and perfect. Bye.